It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Hornets out in Charlotte. And for Charlotte, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And we talk about the future at the point guard position. Shaq, Dennis Smith Jr. already showing impact-level talent.
What's that?
Explosive.
Okay.
Airtight handle.
Mm-hmm.
Can get anywhere he wants.
What's your sound for airtight handle?
Okay.
That's lame.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Shaq. You need some air? But when he gets inside, that's when he finishes like the big guys. Boom! Shaq, you would like that because he has a boom finish. Okay. He can rock the rim.
Keeping it airtight, Ernie.
Yeah. Sound like you can't breathe.
Can I breathe now, Ernie? Almost died, Ernie.
Oh, my gosh. Every day I deal with this.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
The spark those guys gave them was massive. I mean, we always love seeing points off the bench.
Tip-off goes to Charlotte. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Dennis Smith. Robinson is out there with Van. And it's Trier in at the 2-guard spot. It's rebounded by New York. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine. Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
Inside, Robinson with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Robinson passes to Trier. No good that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
Yeah, that was big-time production from the bench, especially on the offensive end.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Passes it to Knox. 5 to shoot. Conley kicks to Robinson. Over Zeller. And that one comes up a bit short. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Monk, the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Rebounded by Knox.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Trier. He's covered by Zeller. Smith scanning the floor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And the first one drops.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
That one misses. C-Webb, one area where the Hornets really improved last season. Offensive rebounder.
Oh, yeah, they've been good on the defensive boards for a while. But when they added Dwight Howard, suddenly the second chance opportunities begin to pile up. I mean, I don't know if they can maintain this without Dwight Howard, who's one of the best rebounders of his generation.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Thanks, Kevin. What he said they're concerned with most is slowing down transition. He said those guys can cause problems if we let them get on the fast break. So stopping space and pace is priority number 1. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. You know, watching Miles Bridges, he just brings so much energy to the team.
High motor guy, very aggressive. You know, a bit of a tweener, which in a positionless world could be a good thing. Explosive, strong, athletic. I think his best basketball is ahead of him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. You know, right around, Chris, this time of year, often top contenders begin to separate themselves from the rest of the teams.
Yeah, now is when guys start feeling comfortable. They're getting into their groove, Kevin. This is when they're getting their mojo back, and they're in their roles, and they got their timing. And now you just have to let the ability show through. And how do you do that? By realizing that your muscle memory, realizing that you practice, realizing that you put in the hours, trusting that, and now going out and just being yourself and embracing the moment.
I'll tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
Now, here is Smith. His last outing, he had 24 points. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the wing right side. And here is Monk. A 17-point game for him in the win against Detroit. Count the basket.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Now, here is Smith, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Monk dishes to Bridges. Teardrop shot, and that one is good.
An under-control player in close. Even when Bridges is under pressure, he just stays committed to his move.
Here's Trier. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland. Now Smith. Clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good.
Easy to lose track of the pick and roll. Smith Jr., his speed and IQ are superb.
Zeller finds Walker. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Knicks trail by 8. Robinson up top. Pass to Smith. Over Monk. The Hornets pull it in. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Poked loose and stolen by Zeller. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. That shot wide open. Monk's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And look, when you watch Zeller play, his game is all about activity. He runs the floor extremely well for a 7-footer. And remember, he also registered one of the higher verticals at the combine the year he was drafted.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Zeller. Hernan Gomez comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Lamb, he's checked in for Bridges. And Parker subbed in for Monk. Now, here's Moutier. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Hezonja kicks to Thomas. Lock at 6. New York moving the ball around. Ntilikina passes to Moutier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. In second, the Hornets.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Parker kicks to Lamb. No good on the 3. And Zeller drafted 4th overall. But to this point in his career, Chris, he's been mostly a role player.
Yeah, he needs to increase his shooting range the way that other bigs have. And even though he gives maximum effort every night, he has a hard time defending against quickness on the perimeter.
Here's Walker following the score by New York. The high post shot. That one wide left.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Hezonja kicks to Ntilikina. Doesn't go for him. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Walker finds Hernan Gomez. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Moutier passes to Thomas. Over to the wing. Moutier with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. To the inside. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
Now here's Lamb. Hezonja defending. Hernan Gomez. And that one hits back iron.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Here's Ntilikina. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Ntilikina's got 5 points so far.
An average threat from beyond the arc. Ntilikina needs to keep working on that part of his game.
Now here's Walker. Tight defense on him. Parker outside. And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Charlotte. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dotson's checked in. Parker kicks to Hernangomez. Here's Kaminsky. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. They lead by 4. There's the pass to Kaminsky. Now here's Lamb. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Batum. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
Well, yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Here's Dotson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game, and the shot goes down. Azanya's got his second bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Parker against Thomas. Parker's shot is off. Knicks trail by 4. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Azanya's got 6 points.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Well, yeah, they refused to go away. Things were looking bleak for a while, but they hung tough.
Now here's Kaminsky, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That's tipped. Second chance shot. Here's Hernangomez. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Kevin, that type of D, that's not going to get it done. I mean, he can't be giving up those kinds of shots.
And now here's Hazonia, covered by Lamb. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Pass to Moutier. Kaminsky with the double team. It's Hazonia in the corner. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Here's Batum. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Come on, man. The concentration that Batum has had on these and-one plays is amazing. He's used to finishing through physical contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Batum. Chris, when you're watching how a team is put together, what signals are you looking for? That the pieces now are the right ones for that team to be successful?
Yeah, what I look for is balance of talent. Are you heavy loaded at the point guard position? If you have 5 point guards, it's usually not a great balance. But do you have guys that can specialize in their different areas, rebounding, shooting, dribbling, passing? Do you have players that can space the floor, that allows you to play the system that you want? Do you have guys that are engaged and have the ego and the pride to want to get stops on the defensive end? So with me, usually I see that it's a balance when you can kind of check off every box that you need to say, yes, we have what we need this season to get where we want to get.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. And the Hornets miss again.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Lasagna, the pass to Vonleh. Now here's Moutier, covered by Parker. Fires from the line. Dotson gets the bucket. Dotson's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for the Knicks. .114 left to play in the first. Charlotte moving it around. Outside for Batum. For the three. And there's Bridges on the assist from Batum. That's 7 points for Miles Bridges.
Yeah, just beating good defense. And you see Bridges' jump shot. Low release point. A little bit of a push shot, but he shoots it for a pretty good percentage.
Here's Ntilikina, who's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Hernangomez finds Batum. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Even when the defenders are crawling on Batum, he gets the job done, knowing he can use his length to get off any shot he wants down there.
Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Hernangomez. And Monks subbed in for Parker.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, that is because Batum is one of the most versatile players in the league. His ability to score from any spot, pass, rebound, and defend, that's what makes him so unique and important.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Six-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Dotson, defended by Bridges. Dotson the pass to Knox. And again, New York with the triple. Here's Monk. Up in time. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Batum, then it's Bridges, and it's Monk in at the 2 guard. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Now, here's Vonleh. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Hornets leading by 3. Bridges passes to Kid Gilchrist. Dotson with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. Batum against Smith. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kemba Walker's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Charlotte on D. They've led by as many as 11 points. Smith outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
Cuts off the pass. To the inside. Trier. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Trier's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Knicks. Bridges dishes to Kidd Gilchrist. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
You have to love how Kidd Gilchrist isn't afraid of working his way down inside, using his tremendous size to his advantage.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, you know, try to get under your skin. C-Web, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in a green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there. But, you know, the Michigan State fans, you know, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, you know, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there and the crowd will go crazy and boo. So Ohio, usually my people in Ohio State, the Cleveland, they always, you know, had something to say. No, but it was more like, you know, you suck, Ohio State is the best, you know, Michigan State, you should have come here.
Shots.
That type of stuff. And you kind of look back, give a guy a wink, knock her down a jump shot, and put your fingers to your lips and just say, shh, you don't want to get me upset. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, DA, for sure. Thanks. And so he makes both from the line.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
Wow, he's really been dragging them down tonight.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Charlotte. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. The shot by Monk is no good.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That's his third foul of the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Robinson passes to Knox. 5 on the clock, 13 feet away.
And I think Bridges has some real upside defensively. He's strong, athletic, and able to guard multiple positions. And that's what every team is looking for. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Here's Knox. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Got that one up quick. And it's a 12-point Hornets lead.
Now that's a nice use of the pull-up J from Walker. Catching the D flat-footed and capitalizing on an easy opportunity.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
With this break in the action, let's find out which rookies have been lighting it up from downtown this month. Number 1, Miles Bridges.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Knicks trail by 12. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Smith with it. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Knox. Offensive rebound. Robinson, that's good.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Charlotte.
Charlotte leading by 10. Now, here's Monk. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Walker. Poked away. Passes it to Monk. Off target from outside.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
The 11-footer tries again, and Vonleh finishes it off.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Walker against Smith. Here's Monk. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Monk. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lamb, he's checked in for Charlotte. The Knicks making a switch here. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Azania, he's checked in for Knox. Here's Ntilikina. He has 7. Back to Moutier. Hazonia with the ball. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Hawks, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long. And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc, and they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime.
Kid Gilchrist, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you have to admire the energy that Kid Gilchrist plays with. It's what helps him earn these calls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Kid Gilchrist.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. Parker comes in for Bridges. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And the potential that Kid Gilchrist has is exciting. A rangy defender who is finding his offense slowly but surely.
Moutier with the ball. Working on Walker. Moutier, no good. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And here we go. Moutier heading to the hoop. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Easy to understand why people are high on Ntilikina. His defensive instincts are off the charts.
Here's Walker. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 7. Robinson finds Moutier. Count that one. Now just a 5-point Charlotte lead.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Outside, Walker. Robinson with the block. And they get it back. Shot's good by Hernangomez.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Walker surveying the floor. Here's Lamb. Off target with his 3. Knicks trail by 7. 3-on-3. Azonia up top. 6 points for him. Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. Over Hernangomez. To the paint. Second chance shot. Thomas's shot is off. And it's Kid Gilchrist with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. Robinson up top. Hernangomez covering. Moutier with the basket.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
And the Hornets call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Batum in for Walker. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dotson's checked in. And here is Parker. A 14-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, it shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
The Knicks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. No good on the free throw.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Good on the second free throw. Hornets leading by 8. Parker kicks to Lamb. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece received back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though, but Harden, of course, he's perennial MVP candidate.
And Azonia gets it to go.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Batum finds Parker. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Parker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
13 feet away. Dotson can't hit.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Kaminsky lays it up and banks it in. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Now look, guys try to get physical with Kaminsky, but he has the body control and focus to finish through the contact.
Ntilikina passes to Moutier. Here's Azonia. No one near him. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Now here's Batum. Not a lot of room. Shot's good by Hernangomez. And it's an 11-point Charlotte lead.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Moutier with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Now, Moutier, 10 points for him. 6 to shoot. Shoots a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. I think Gomez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Oh, look, the multi-talented Batum. He has all the skills. He has the strength, the length, the athleticism. I mean, for him, it's all about staying aggressive on both ends of the floor.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Hornets checked in. And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. There's 1:47 left in the first half. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Batum. Dotson kicks to Cornette. Here's Ntilikina. He has 7. Shoots over Batum. And the Knicks miss again. Charlotte leading by 13. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Now, after that great college tournament we all remember Jeremy Lamb performing in, Lamb was drafted 12th overall by the Rockets, but his career had a bit of a seesaw for a while.
And Lamb drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Charlotte the foul.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That free throw, no good.
And this is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
And the Hornets making a change here. Monk's checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Ellinson's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. That's off as well, so he misses both. Charlotte leading by 15. Batum attacking. Off target at the rim. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes. Clearly a foul.
The Knicks have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. No good on that one. Cody Zeller's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Trier, he's checked in for Henry Ellenson. Good on the second free throw. 56 seconds left here in the second. Parker against Smith. Parker kicks to Monk. He dishes it to Batum. Lays it up and banks it in. Batum's got 9 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. For 3, Smith. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Monk kicks to Parker. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Pass to Trier. Down low. Here's Knox. It's deflected.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's Charlotte up by 16. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, Ernie, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Mudiay.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Trier. Vonleh's out there with Robinson. Then it's Smith, and it's Knox in at the 3. Now here's Vonleh. Zeller with the double team. Smith on the wing, fires the 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Smith's got the first bucket of the third here for New York.
And so assured, can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
Monk, the pass to Zeller, over Robinson, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Knicks trail by 15. Here's Smith. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Down low, stolen by Robinson. Smith on the wing, guarded by Walker. And there's the pass to Knox. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the key. New York working now with the fresh shot clock. Trier, good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out of it.
Now here's Walker. 8 points for him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities. Oh, man, you talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
And with Walker, the effort's always there. But, Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
Kid Gilchrist with the steal. With the shot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Smith, no luck. Charlotte leading by 13. And there's Monk on the assist by Zeller. And it's 7 points for Malik Monk.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And now a look at Kemba Walker. Some numbers on him. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging 22 points per, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Here's Smith. And it's off the back rim. No good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he's tenacious on the drive, isn't he? I mean, Monk constantly looking to get to the free throw line.
First trip to the line for him here.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
First free throw is good.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 17. Here's Trier. 5 points in the game. They get it back. Outside for Robinson. Shot to stop the run. Here's Vonleh. That's tipped.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
Kid Gilchrist finds Zeller. It's rebounded by Vonleh. Vonleh's got 7 rebounds in the game. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Trier passes to Robinson. Dishes to Smith. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Kicks it to Zeller. Pass to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
You got to admire how effective Walker is on offense. I mean, he's found his rhythm. He's riding that momentum.
Vonleh, the pass to Robinson. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Robinson's got 6 points.
Ooh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
The Knicks making a switch here. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. In third, the Hornets.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Charlotte leading by 15. Now, here's Monk. He's got 9. He kicks to Walker. To the paint. He's looking for Kid Gilchrist and finds him. Good D by Thomas. The Knicks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Over in the corner, Moutier passes it to Thomas. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 5. Moutier, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7. Things started here in the second half. Pass to Smith. Fires for 3. Hornets with the rebound. Bridges kicks to Monk. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Walker. That's tipped. Bridges passes to Zeller. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Zeller. Hernan Gomez comes in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Monk. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Down by 15. Here's Dotson. Sweet little floater. Dotson's got 5 points so far.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. The shot. Money from the wing. And the Hornets lead by 15.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Moutier with the bounce pass. Here's Ntilikina. He has 7. And there's the pass to Dotson. 6 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. He's got 6.
Now, strength was one of the biggest concerns about Kaminsky coming out of college. But he takes the hit there and still muscles in the shot.
Pass to Moutier. It's Hezonja in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Lamb. Good on the triple.
With range to go well beyond the 3-point line, Lamb can force the defense to extend further out.
Knicks trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Teardrop shot. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
Did anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open.
Charlotte has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Now, here's Walker. He's got 15. Bridges. Hernangomez finds Lamb. No good with the triple. New York's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. They get it back. Got a piece of it.
Oh, the length of Lamb. It's coming into play. He uses it well to block that shot.
Back to Moutier. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. Right wing. They shoot again. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Kaminsky kicks to Bridges. Pass to Kaminsky. Now Lamb. And stolen by Hezonja. Got a piece of it. Here's Ntilikina. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Hornets call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Charlotte making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Batum comes in for Bridges. And Parker subbed in for Walker. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Charlotte. Kicks to Parker. Now, here is Hernangomez. Hezonja defending. Now the feed to Lamb. And the layup's good off the glass. Lamb's got 5 points in the quarter.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
Here's Dotson. He has 5. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Batum. And that's 10 points for Lamb. Knicks trail by 20. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that one against the Pistons, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
New York on D, following Jeremy Lamb's 3, and that one good. Lamb's got 10 points here in the second half.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
Ntilikina passes to Dotson. And stolen by Biyombo. Hernangomez finds Lamb outside for Batum. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Well, that just speaks to the confidence Batum has in himself. He likes to catch and shoot, Jay, because it catches defenders off their guard.
The Knicks shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Ntilikina passes to Moutier. Hezonja on the wing. Covered by Biyombo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ntilikina. Tries to save it. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
And so it's New York with it. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 17-7 run. Parker kicks to Biyombo. Three-pointer. They get it back. Lamb. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he set that dunk up brilliantly with the kickback pass.
And look at that, Greg. That's a great decision on the break. That's not a pass every player would see.
Here's Dotson. 5 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Parker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Lamb. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo, and Mack subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And Parker drops them both.
And what a career it's been for Tony Parker. 4 titles to his name, a Finals MVP, 6-time All-Star. I mean, the accolades go on and on for what is truly one of the most impressive resumes you'll see in the NBA.
The shot by Trier, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The Knicks shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Charlotte's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Mack, no luck. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shelvin Mack. That is his first foul of the game. Monk's checked in for Charlotte. New York shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Trier. Count it from 12. Trier's got 7 points in the game. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Monk, the pass to Williams, over Vonleh, and once again off the mark by Charlotte. And so it's Charlotte holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Williams is down low with Zeller. Shelvin Mack is out there with Parker, and it's Monk in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
Here's Trier. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
The shot by Monk is no good. The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Allen passes to Ellenson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Cody Zeller.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of the game, but C-Webb, would you agree that progress has been made in that area?
Yeah, I think so, and I like to blame a lot of my European players for bringing that over along with soccer. Soccer with the flopping and we've kind of taken away. And I know a little bit about flopping. We had some floppers on my Sacramento team, and so flopping is frustrating. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys earn it. This isn't soccer or football. And so I think the league has done a very good job, whether it was trying to find guys early or just embarrass you and say, hey, you're Shaqtin' a fool. Get up right now. No one touched you. Why did you flop? Or act like you were hit and move 10 feet back on the side. Right. I hate flopping. But then again, you must embellish. You must be a good actor. You've got to put the referees in a tough position to make a good call. How do you find that balance? But I think the NBA has done a good job of making sure that it isn't encouraged and isn't rewarded.
Here's Monk after the made shot from Henry Ellenson. Monk dishes to Kid Gilchrist. And Mack has it in the corner to the middle. Here's Williams. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Thomas. Smith outside. Off target with his 3. The Hornets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Inside. Here's Mack. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And that one drops. And that's 11 points for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. For New York, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Cornette passes to Allen. Outside for Thomas. New York moving it around. Allen inside. He's covered by Mack. Clock at 4 and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strengths and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners, I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Walker. Buries it down low.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Walker. Here's the 3. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's looking like he got his long-range touchback after the break. I mean, that's his 2nd 3 of the half after none in the 1st.
Now here's Kidd Gilchrist. Lets it go from deep. The Knicks pull it in. Ellenson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Thomas. They get the rebound. Allen, that's good.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Kaminsky, the pass to Williams. To the inside. That's good from Kid Gilchrist on the assist by Williams. And that's 13 points for Michael Kid Gilchrist. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. The dish to Thomas. The three. Cornette can't get it to go. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And Kid Gilchrist is very good at finishing through physical contact. In fact, he welcomes the challenge of hitting these shots over the defense.
New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smith finds Allen. Taken away by Williams. Walker with it. Down low.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so it's New York with it. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Pass to Cornette. And here is Thomas. Over Walker. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Mack with the ball. Working on Smith. Stolen by Thomas. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go all the way. Williams with the block. A nice shot by Ellenson. For Charlotte, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker from downtown. That shot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
So it's the Knicks now. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Dotson kicks to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Vonleh, the pass to Dotson. Shoots over Bridges. That one a little long. Charlotte has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Hits it from 3-point range.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dotson kicks to Vonleh all alone, and the jumper is on the mark.
Look, I don't know how he got that one to go. About as tough of a shot as you can think of.
Walker in the post, working on Smith. Here's Kaminsky. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Takes the 3. Smith's shot is good.
An average shooter from deep. It's clear Smith Jr. has the touch and focus. Just needs to be more consistent.
Now here's Walker. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges against Thomas. Shot's good by Walker.
And the soft touch from the mid-range. Good choice by Walker to just rise and fire right there.
New York's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Dotson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Kaminsky's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
And here is Thomas. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're a James Harden.
2 shots.
And you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, it's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C. Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Smith hits them both. Charlotte's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
And the Hornets miss again. The Knicks shooting about 40% here in the 4th quarter. Smith outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Parker passes to Kaminsky, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Nice shot by Smith.
I tell you what, Smith has one of the best first steps I've seen in a long time. This guy is outstanding in terms of how he explodes.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's stolen by Smith. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drop for Smith. So he gets them both. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Parker kicks to Batum. Biyombo dishes to Parker. Now Batum out to Parker. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Tony, what was going good for you offensively tonight?
I think the ball movement was great tonight, but I think the main thing for us is to play great defense. Defensively, we have to be at our best, and everybody has to help, and I think tonight we did a great job.
Really got it going when you needed to. Thanks, Tony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.